Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here on this very special summer day for our troop. Today we have the honor of recognizing two candidates from Boy Scout Troop 235 for rank of Eagle Scout, John Nicholas Schilp and Peter Thomas Meier. The Eagle is the highest recognition that Scouting offers to Scouts. It is earned through the advancement program, and only a small percentage of boys who begin in Scouting ever receive this honor. The wearer of the Eagle Award is the embodiment of Scouting's best efforts and beliefs. Peter has also earned a Bronze Palm for earning 5 additional merit badges than what is required for Eagle.
Please stand for the presentation of the colors. Parade the colors. Please join in the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Host the colors. Color guard dismissed. Miss Dackery, James, and James Edmonds, troop chaplain, will lead us in our invocation.
Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless this gathering of family and friends from near and far who have come together today to honor and celebrate both John and Peter in their earning of the highest rank of Scouting, Eagle.
Father, we also ask that your blessing on their families, Scout leaders, and fellow Scouts who have guided and supported them along the path of Eagle. Amen.
Please be seated. I would now like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies of this Court of Honor, Mr. Harry Allen, Troop 235, Executive Committee Member and Eagle Scout Advisor.
Good afternoon. As we begin our ceremony, I'd like to bring to in mind the 73 Scouts who rose to the rank of Eagle in Troop 235, and recognize any of those Scouts as well as any other Eagle Scouts who may be attending today. If you are an Eagle Scout in the audience today, please stand up so we may recognize you. Very impressive. Once again, let me thank you for everyone for being with us today and to share in this Court of Honor. You may be seated. Will Eagle Scouts John Schilp and Peter Meier please come forward? Will the honor guards please escort them to the honor area? They're over here. It's hot. Okay, I would like now to introduce Nicholas Murray, Eagle Scout, who will assist in the Scout Law.
When a boy enters Scouting, the Scout Law, which he promises to obey, becomes his moral compass. Ethan Delaney, Senior Patrol Leader, will you please assist me in leading all Scouts in Scout Law?
All Scouts, please stand. Scouts. The Scout is trusted.
A scout is trustworthy. A scout tells the truth. He keeps his promises. Honesty is a part of his code of conduct. A scout is loyal. A scout is true to his family, friends, scout leaders, school, nation, world, and community. A scout is helpful. A scout is concerned about other people. He's willingly volunteering to help others without expecting payment or reward. A scout is friendly. A scout is a friend to all. He is a brother to other scouts. He seeks to understand others. He respects those whose ideas and customs that are different from his own. A scout is courteous. A scout is polite to everyone, regardless of age or position. He knows that good manners make it easy for people to get along together. A scout is kind. A scout understands that there is strength in being gentle. He treats others as he wants to be treated. He does not harm or kill anything without reason. A scout is obedient. A scout follows the rules of his family, school, and troop. He obeys the laws of his community and country. If he thinks these rules or laws are unfair, he tries to have them changed in an orderly manner rather than disobey them. A scout is cheerful. A scout looks for the bright side of life. He cheerfully does tasks that come his way. He tries to make others happy. A scout is thrifty. A scout works to pay his way to help others. He saves for the future. He protects and conserves natural resources. He carefully uses time and property. A scout is brave. A scout can face danger even if he is afraid. He has the courage to stand for what he may think is right, even if others laugh or threaten him. A scout is clean. A scout keeps his body and mind fit and clean. He goes around with those who believe in living by these same ideals. He helps keep his home and community clean. A scout is reverent. A scout is reverent towards God. He is faithful in his religious duties. He respects the belief of others.
Scouts be seated.
I would like to now introduce Joey Meier, an Eagle Scout, who will read a poem. Joey? Well, I knew you were, by the way. Tell me if I look. There you go.
This is Give Me a Scout. Give me a scout who will be strong enough to know when he is weak and brave enough to face himself when he is afraid. Can't turn the page. Who is proud and undaunted in honest defeat, but humble and gentle in victory. Give me a scout whose heart is clear and whose goals are high, who will learn to master himself before he tries to master others, who has learned to laugh but has not forgotten how to weep. A scout who will look to the future yet never forget the past, who has enough sense of humor that he will always be serious. Give me a scout with humility to learn that to know himself is the foundation stone of all knowledge, who has not followed the paths of ease and comfort, but has solidly faced the trials of challenge, who has learned to stand up to the teeth of the storm and has learned to accept passion for those who fail, who has knelt to give sympathy to those who cannot help themselves. Give me a scout who so stands for his fellow man, and a scoutmaster dares to whisper, I have not lived in vain. And when you find this scout, he bears the mark of an eagle.
Thank you very much. I would like now to introduce Chris Malashka, who will attest the candidate's qualification for the Eagle rank.
Okay. The presentation of the Eagle Scout badge is an important and serious event. It is this culmination of much effort and the goal for which a scout works many years. It is an occasion for pride and joy, but also a time for reflection and contemplation. The Eagle Scout Award is the highest and most coveted rank in scouting. The last major step in the rank achievement program, which started many years ago at Tenderfoot. Achievement of the Eagle Scout Award is the result of the long effort and considerable accomplishments of those young men with the guidance and support of the troop's leaders. Some of the requirements for the Eagle Scout rank are as follows. 1, demonstrate Scout spirit by living the Scout oath and law in your everyday life. 2, earn 21 merit badges, including the 14 that are now required. 3, serve actively in an approved position of responsibility for a period of 6 months after becoming a Life Scout. 4, plan, develop, and lead others in carrying out a service project worthy of an Eagle Scout. 5, appear before a board of review prominent persons and satisfy them that you have done your best to understand and live up the Scout oath and law, and in all ways qualified for this Eagle Scout Award. Careful examination has been made by the Scoutmaster of Troop 235, the Eagle Board of Review, and the Patriots Path Council of the Boy Scouts of America, and the qualifications of these candidates. John and Peter were found to be proficient and fully qualified.
Thank you, Chris. Will the honor guards please escort the parents of the honorary? Moving right along. Well, Mr. Bob Holzer, former Troop 235 Scoutmaster and Assistant Scoutmaster. Ray Delaney, please come forward. I guess you have to stand up. You too, I think. I ask all the Eagle Scouts that are present here today, please come forward and join John and Peter. So all you Eagle Scouts in front of you. And you're one.
Okay, Eagle candidates, John Schilp and Peter Meier. You guys split up on this, I couldn't stare you down. Is that right? I remember that. Okay. All right, you are to be congratulated for reaching the highest rank of the Eagle Trail, the highest peak of the Eagle Trail. Your diligence and hard work have finally paid off. You have made Troop 235 very proud. May the qualities that inspired you to reach this goal lead you to even greater success in your life. As an Eagle Scout, the eyes of scouting, and yes, the eyes of the world will be upon you. The traditions of Eagle Scout rank are high. May you live up to those traditions and always be guided by the spirit of scouting. The badge you are about to receive is symbolic of that spirit of scouting.
Eagle candidates, please rise and join our parents. Mrs. Schilp and Mrs. Meier, pin this Eagle badge on each of your son's chests so the world may know he is an Eagle Scout. Eagle Scouts John Nicholas Schilp and Peter Thomas Meier, pen this miniature badge over each your mother's heart in recognition of her love, encouragement, faith, and trust in your future. As an Eagle Scout, you may never disappoint. It is customary, then you don't get off the hook that easy. It's customary that you also give your mothers an eagle kiss. Now I'm going to read a short poem that kind of encompasses what we just witnessed here. A fond mother watches her boy where he stands apart from his comrades tonight as they place on his camp-battered tunic a badge, an eagle, the emblem of right. It seems to her just a few short months have passed since he joined with the youngster next door. How proud he was then of his tenderfoot pen as he told her the message it bore. But 3 years have gone as he struggled along to learn what the Scout law is about. And he practiced them daily, that oath and that law, until now he's an Eagle Scout. You may smile with your worldly wise wisdom at this and say, why, it's only a pen. But I tell you, no honors he'll gain as a man will mean just as much to him. The red, white, and blue of the ribbon you see are symbols of honor and truth. He has learned how to value these fine attributes in the glorious days of youth. And the outflinging wings of the eagle that rests on the breast of this night of today are the things which will lift him above petty deeds and guide him along the right way. Yes, it's only a pen, just an Eagle Scout badge, but the heart that's beneath it is true and will thrive to the last for the things which are good, a lesson for me and for you. Mr. Schilp and Mr. Meier, place these neckerchiefs around each of your sons' necks to tell the world you will continue to support him as he grows into a man. Eagle Scouts John Nicholas Schilp and Peter Thomas Meier pin each of these miniature badges over your father's heart in recognition of his love, encouragement, faith, and trust in your future. As an Eagle Scout, may you never disappoint him.
Congratulations. Parents, you can sit down, but not the boys yet. Peter. They're getting older now, I don't know where they are. To earn the rank of Eagle Scout, the highest advancement in rank in scouting, a Boy Scout must fulfill requirements in the areas of leadership, service, and outdoor skills. To advance, a Boy Scout must pass specific tests that are organized by requirements. The first three ranks are tenderfoot, second class, and first class. The Scout can work on the requirements for these three ranks at the same time, but each rank must be earned in sequence. Star is the fourth rank attainable by Scouts in the BSA. Star is awarded when the Scout serves actively in the troop by holding a position of responsibility for at least 4 months. performs at least 6 hours of community service, and earns 6 merit badges, 4 of which must be those required for Eagle Scout. The badges are awarded when the Scout completes requirements in the areas of Scoutcraft, physical fitness, citizenship, and personal growth and Scout spirit. Life is the second highest rank attainable by a Scout in the BSA. Life is awarded when the Scout serves actively in the troop by holding a position of responsibility for 6 months, performs 6 hours of community service, and earns an additional 5 merit badges, 3 of which are of those required for the rank of Eagle, to make a minimum total of 11 merit badges, including the 6 previously required for Star. Requirements for becoming an Eagle Scout includes an extensive service project that the Scout plans, organizes, leads, and manages while demonstrating Scout spirit, service, and leadership. Of the 130 merit badges available, 21 must be earned to qualify for Eagle Scout. Of this group, 14 badges are required, including first aid, citizenship in the community, citizenship in the nation, citizenship in the world, communications, environmental science or sustainability, personal fitness, personal management, camping, family life, emergency preparedness or life-saving, and a choice among cycling, hiking, and swimming, and the last one is, what is it called? Oh, the last one everybody requires. Yes, it's citizenship in society. I didn't have to learn that one, thank goodness. Once these requirements are completed, the Scout meets with the Scoutmaster for a Scoutmaster conference. Well, that actually occurs at every level of Scouting. The Scoutmaster thoroughly reviews that the Eagle requirements in the Scout Handbook have been completed, that all documentation and signatures required for the Eagle service projects have been completed. The reason I chuckled was because we had to wait for the and that the Scout is ready for his internal troop order review. If and when the Scout passes his troop's order review, he is then recommended and scheduled for his final Eagle Scout. Well, that's not right. The Scout Eagle Board of Review includes a member of the council. So it's the troop members plus council. There's not 2, there's only 1. Which is conducted by his local council, whose recommendation is then forwarded to DSA's national headquarters for final approval. There's just 1 board review. And I must say, I've been doing board reviews now for 15 years or so, and I've never met such mature teenagers as I've gotten in board reviews. Okay. Kevin Meier. As an Eagle Scout, will you now conduct the Eagle Pledge and Charge? Kevin? Okay.
John and Peter, as an Eagle Scout myself, I welcome you into the Brotherhood of Eagle Scouts. You have been counted worthy of scouting's highest honor. Very few achieve what you are being recognized for today. All who know you rejoice in your great accomplishment. But I am not here to talk of your past, but of your future. Your position as Eagles is one of honor, distinction, and responsibility. From this moment on, you'll be forever known as Eagle Scouts. You might say that you are marked now. People who know you, people will now say of you, there goes an Eagle Scout, a guy who gets things done, a leader. For the rest of your life, friends, neighbors, future employers will all consider you in a different light and expectation because you are an Eagle Scout. When you meet another Eagle, there'll be an instant bond of comradeship where you share this uncommon experience. From this comfortable location in Middlesex and for the rest of your life, you travel forth as one man, the Eagle Scout. As Eagle Scouts, you take on a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to fellow Scouts, and to humanity. These are not small words, and no small undertaking. As you strive to fulfill this challenge of your obligations, you will bring honor to yourselves and your brother Scouts. On your shoulders, you will carry the good name of all Scouts, and they trust you will represent them well. But your responsibility goes far beyond your fellow scouts. I charge you then to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. The world has too many who use their strength and their knowledge to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to common good. Lift up every task you do, every responsibility you take on, to the highest level of service by always doing your best. Live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired themselves to higher levels of service. Strengthen America with your clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence for God. Will all Eagle Scouts please make the Scout sign and repeat after me? I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best to make by my training and example, my rank and my influence, count strongly for better citizenship in my troop and in my church and in my community and in my contact with other people. To this I pledge my sacred honor. 2. I charge you to enter this Eagle Scout Brotherhood, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideas of duty, honor, and service. By repeating the Eagle Scout pledge before your fellow members, you have become Eagle Scouts. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Scouts and Scouters, I present to you Eagle Scouts John Nicholas Schilp and Peter Thomas Meier. You may be seated.
I guess you're supposed to stand up. May I congratulate you again, and may I remind you that scouting should now become an even greater tie between son and parent, binding you even more closely together as a family. To you Eagle Scouts, John and Peter, I am confident that you will honor scouting with your life and service every day as today. Scouting honors you, and may God bless you. Eagle Scouts, John and Peter, others have done, and here's your chance. I love this part. Eagle Scouts, John and Peter, others have done all the talking. Now it's your turn, and I give you mentor pins as you come forward. Do we have them? Oh, good. Let's see. This pin is for recognition of a person, typically a non-parent, not necessarily someone, it can be a parent, who was instrumental as a scout earning his Eagle rank. Each will present the mentor pin to the person who served as his mentor as he worked for Eagle, using his own judgment in deciding to whom to present the pin. Okay. John, you're up first. No, is this where this speech comes?
Good afternoon, everyone. I would now like to award my mentor pin to someone who played a major role in developing me into the strong leader that stands before you today. That person is Mr. Malaja, who unfortunately could not be here today. Mr. Malaja has always been there to aid me when I get stuck, giving just enough help to point me in the right direction, but not too much so I still feel a sense of accomplishment when reaching my goal. He supported me through my scouting journey, always telling me he knew I would achieve Eagle Scout one day, and he was right all along. As previously mentioned, Mr. Malaja could not make it today, so I would like to call up his son, Chris, to receive the pin for him at this time.
Now, Peter, it's your turn.
I'd like to give my mentor pin to someone very special to me, Mr. Holzer. Mr. Holzer, I have a little speech. I have a little speech. I have a little speech. Mr. Holzer, when we switched troops, was the first person involved me with open arms. I, to be honest, really didn't want to switch troops, and I wasn't very excited to switch troops at first. And then Mr. Holzer came up to me, asked me what he could do to change the troop to help me, and how he could help me become the Eagle Scout that I am today. And at the very end, when I was thinking, how am I going to finish this out, he reminded me of the Thanksgiving dinner with my two brothers that are also Eagle Scouts. And he said that if I don't finish Eagle Scout, I will get bullied endlessly for not finishing Eagle Scout next to my two brothers that are Eagle Scouts. And I can't do anything because I can't leave because it's Thanksgiving.
So Peter, you almost didn't outdo your brothers, right? Thank you. They're already sitting down, so Eagles, everybody's sitting down. It is now my pleasure to introduce Eagle Scout Leadership Project sponsors. You have them? Oh, is that next? Oh, I'm sorry, I take it back. Okay, so in addition to the mentor pin, is ready to give a little thought? Okay, John's up first, then we'll get Peter.
Good afternoon, everyone. I stand proudly before you today, filled with a sense of fulfillment as I reflect on the journey that has led me to this incredible milestone of achieving the rank of Eagle Scout. This achievement represents not only personal dedication and perseverance, but also the support and guidance of many individuals who have played an important role in my scouting journey. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest appreciation to my family. Mom, Dad, thank you for your endless encouragement, for believing in me even when I doubted myself, and for being there every step of the way. Your unwavering support has been the foundation of my success. I'm also grateful to my Scout leaders and mentors who have inspired me and challenged me to grow. Starting from Cub Scouts, my Cub Master, Mr. Griggs, my Scoutmaster of Troop 148, Mr. Langton, my first Scoutmaster of Troop 235, Mr. Holzer, and my current Scoutmaster, Mr. Harlan, who unfortunately could not be here today, as well as all the Assistant Scoutmasters and other adult leaders. You have all taught me invaluable life skills, instilled in me a sense of responsibility, and shown me the true meaning of leadership. Your guidance has shaped me into the person I am today, and I am forever thankful. To my fellow Scouts, thank you for joining me on this journey. All the camping trips, Klondikes, and hikes each have their own story and lesson. Some good, some bad, and some ugly. The obstacles we overcome, the achievements celebrated, and the vespers awkwardly sang have made scouting a pleasant and one-of-a-kind experience. The journey to Eagles has been marked by many challenges and triumphs. It has tested my abilities and pushed me beyond my comfort zone. But through each experience, I've grown stronger, more resilient, and more capable of making a positive impact in my community. As I reflect on this achievement, I am reminded of the Scout oath and law that have guided me throughout this journey. At first, they may just seem like mere words recited before a ceremony or meeting, but they are a principle to live by, principle of honesty, integrity, and service to others. As an Eagle Scout, I pledge to uphold these ideals and to continue serving my community and country with the same dedication and spirit that brought me to this day. In closing, I want to challenge each of you to find your own path of service and leadership. Whether you wear the uniform of Scouting or not, there are countless opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. Let us all strive to leave the world a better place than we found it in. Thank you.
This is the speech I had prepared this time. I joined Boy Scouts back in 2017 with Troop 148. Me and John joined at the same time, and we were excited because we had finished Cub Scouts together, and with the leadership of Mr. Langton, we were starting our new basic skills such as knot tying and much more. Unfortunately, not long after, Troop 148 was forced to shut down, and me and John had to find a new troop to call our own. This is when we found Troop 235. They welcomed us with open arms and took us under their leadership. With the help of Mr. Holzer, we were able to thrive in this new environment and meet people we will never forget. And some of the most amazing trips, like the ones to Rascal Falls, where me and Anthony rode down the river for almost a mile in October, when the water was 30, not 30, it was like 42 degrees. Right after that, John decided that he wanted to dip his feet in the water. And I was saying, hey John, watch out. That water's pretty deep back there. And as he starts walking forward, me and him were walking forward together, and we both say, oh, it's not that deep. And as we say that, we sink about 4 feet down, and we were both soaked, no towels, no bathing suit, just hoping to get our feet wet. But through all of this, there was ups and downs, and there were so many people in this troop that have helped me so much, and I will not get to this point without them. For all their hard work helping me achieve this accomplishment. Some of these people are Mr. Holzer, Mr. Ventrigula, Mr. Allen, Mr. Laney, Mr. Malazra, Mr. Harlan, Mr. McDonough, my parents, brothers, scouts, past and present. And there are so many more people I wish I could thank, but due to heat and time, I'll skip the rest of the names. I'd like to end off by saying thank you to Troop 235 for making this a family that I can call my own.
Thanks, Peter. Good job. I love that story about the water. Okay, with the honor guards, I already did that. Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce the Eagle Scout Leadership Project sponsors. Do you have any? Oh, Peter, your sponsors are here. Will Peter's sponsors of the bocce courts please come up? No? No, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. What was it again? Oh, the painting of the fire hydrants. I got confused. The fire, that was quite a project. I really thought you did a wonderful job on that. Sorry about that. You get the colors right?
Surprisingly, fire hydrants aren't just slapping fire hydrants. Good afternoon, and thank you for having me here. My name is Donna McDonough. I'm a community manager for a 55-plus community in Somerset. We are also the proud recipient of Peter's Eagle Scout project. First, many congratulations to Pete and John on this achievement. I hope the lessons you've learned throughout your scouting career continue to serve you in what will surely be a successful future. The Path Eagle is not a simple and easy one, and I've been lucky enough to be involved in more than one scout project. The importance of this one is a matter of safety for the community and the firefighters. So in the heat of the summer of 2023, he came in and he painted our fire hydrants, and in order to do this project, he had to research, schedule, and implement this project for a community of over 345 homes. Not an easy task for a 17-year-old to undertake, and he did so with grace and understanding and should be very proud of a job well done. And
as I said, it isn't as simple as coming in and simply painting. The levels of research that go into the color, the type of paint, the pressure which determines the color on the fire. I will never look at a fire hydrant the same way ever again in my life, I have to honestly tell you. The pressure, there are different colors for different type of fire hydrants. So are crucial to the project of this size and caliber. He handled all of that from communication to supplies to labor. The residents of Raritan Valley and the team are very grateful to be a proud part of this project, and we're looking forward to the future for Pete. I would like to present, on behalf of the residents at RRV, a check to the Troop 235 as a thank you for Pete coming in and doing such a great job. My residents were absolutely impressed by him. They were so they just thought he was a phenomenal teenager that came in and did a fantastic job. So thank you so much.
And now for the bocce courts. Is your sponsor here? Oh, okay.
Hey guys, so my sponsor isn't here, but I can say a few words about my bocce courts. So we went out, we dug down, we put the weed barrier down, we put wood down, we put sand in, gravel in, and we made bocce courts.
So afterwards, we have to all go out and play bocce, right? Yeah. Good idea. Where will we do? Okay, yes, Father Scalbo isn't here, right? Is that say his name? Yeah, okay, he's not here. He was his project sponsor. And Donna, that was Donna, right? Donna. Okay. Oh, it's now time to introduce guest speakers. Our first speaker is Kevin Meier. That's you. Not you, is it the other Kevin Meier? Or you? When I found out that your son was Kevin.
I want to be in the long line of people that are thanking you for coming here to recognize John and Pete. Of course, I've known Pete since he was born. I didn't really know John until I met him when he came to PAC 148. Like most Tiger Cubs, they were eager, but a little unsure, and maybe just a little bit awkward. I had the honor and pleasure to watch them both grow into the remarkable young men they are, capable of incredible things. I've had the privilege on many outings and the chore of attending many of the meetings. From that perspective, the change in them is barely noticeable. It's only in the looking back that you realize how far they've really come. Well, I did go to most of the camping trips, and I usually knew when they left the camp and when they returned from wherever they wanted and needed to go. I truly believe that, to Pete at least, I was mostly involved. Most of our conversations involved, can I have some money for the trading post? Or, there's a knife I want to get, can we go look at it? Now, the path to Eagle is difficult. And we've heard that few scouts, actually, we're going to hear that few scouts have the success that both Pete and John have had. And they've mentioned this, and I want to focus on, there's a special challenge that they both undertook. They started with PAC 149, which merged with PAC 45 in Middlesex. A lot of times when a PAC folds like that, you lose scouts. Both John and Pete stuck with it. And then they moved over to Troop 148, which folded. And they moved to our hosts at Troop 235. We could have lost them, but we didn't. They persevered and moved on. And so I just want to congratulate you both for all you did to become Eagles, including that extra bit of a challenge. And also, I want to thank a bunch of people. I'm going to forget people, but Mr. Dave Langton, who helped us out in PAC 149 and then was the Scoutmaster in Troop 148. Ken Grace, who's here, who is his den leader at PAC 45. And then, of course, Bob and Mr. Delaney and Mr. Harlan, the leadership of Troop 235, and all the scouts from Troop 235, especially Ethan, who spent a lot of time on Peter's project. And so thank you all. And I forget some, and Mr. Henham. Mr. Henham was always a big support in camp. Mr. Belastra and here. So, thank you all.
Joseph, you're up.
Before I talk about John and the Eagle rank, I too want to thank the adult leaders who give their time. Time is, it's very hard to be a Scoutmaster. It's a commitment, and I can't thank you gentlemen enough. I would have loved to have given more of my time, but it's really almost impossible. And you've done it for so long. It's really amazing work, so a round of applause for all of our Scout leaders. Thank you. The men and women who lead our Scouts make better communities. Community's just not the same without them. And really that needs to be recognized. Because what you've done is raised young men who are going to be future Scout leaders. And that's important for every community we're in. As far as being an Eagle is concerned, you already heard Harry go through the different ranks. Scouting is about achievement. They're called merit badges for a reason. You have to work to earn them. It's merit. It's not just given to you. Every rank up, from tenderfoot all the way to Eagle, is earned. It's work. When you're a Cub Scout, they kind of trick you a little bit, right? We're going to go toss pumpkins in a catapult. Great, it's fun, but they're teaching you how to build something. You're building a catapult. You're doing work. The end result is fun. When you get to be a Boy Scout, it's a little less fun and a lot more work. Going to camp, I remember John's first summer camp. He did not have a good time at all. We sent him without us because I didn't want him to keep running back to me. I wanted him to grow more, and he was not ready for it. Did not enjoy it. Never wanted to go again. Peter? Yeah, it was rough, right? Yeah. But I went the second time, and I got to admit, I had a great time. John didn't exactly have a great time, but he had a better time. I really enjoyed being with you gentlemen. It was a lot of fun. Mr. Holzer, by the way, is a master chef, and so the adults ate really well. The kids have to prepare their own, and again, that's part of growing up and learning. You prepare the food, you cook the food, you eat the food, and then you clean up after yourselves. It's work. It's preparing you for life. And that's what Eagle Scout is. It is the pinnacle of scouting. It is the peak, but it's not the end. It's the beginning. It's a cornerstone for life. It's a foundation, a building block for the rest of your life. There's a letter in John's book, his binder, from Captain Jim Lovell, who many of you know from the movie Apollo 13. He's an Eagle Scout, and that's why we had him write a letter. He writes in his memoir about a time when before he was an astronaut, he was a fighter pilot, and the power went out on his aircraft. He barely had his engines to get back to his aircraft carrier. He was over the water, had no lights, couldn't see anything, no radar, no nothing. He remembered his Eagle Scout training. Be prepared. Don't panic. He tipped the plane a little bit and looked down in the water, and eventually he saw a phosphorus trail. Phosphorus is algae that's spun up by the rotors of a ship. And he knew if he followed that, he'd find his aircraft carrier. He found his way home because he was always prepared. And that's what scouting does. John was prepared. Shortly after he got his driver's license, they got a phone call, I'm home. You remember? Dad, I got a flat tire. and said, "Where are you?" He goes, "I'm in the parking lot at Rutgers Prep." Okay, I know he's safe. "Can you change it?" "I don't remember." Wrong answer. So I said, "John, I just picked our lunch in the microwave. I'm going to eat because I'm hungry, and then I'll come and get you," because I knew he was safe. I said, "But if you could figure it out, call me before I leave." And sure enough, he figured it out. Changed his tire, called me and said, "I'm on the way home." A scout doesn't panic. A scout is always prepared. And again, that cornerstone will follow you for the rest of your life. You young men will always be prepared. You'll never panic. You will be the leader wherever you go. That's why you put Eagle Scout in your resume. People hire Eagle Scouts because they're Eagle Scouts, because they know you're always prepared. So congratulations. It's been an absolute pleasure to go on camping trips with you, to build race cars with you, to go to Seaside and camp on the beach with you. It's just been an awesome time. And I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss all of you, but we'll always be around for the next Eagles that make it. Hope to see you down the road. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Kevin. I'd like to read some Eagle Scout statistics and letters of special recognition. Letters? You have them, right? I don't have to read the 1,000 Scouts. I think we already did that, right, pretty much. Actually, it's in the book. I think that's it, isn't it? Oh, yeah, no, that's Vespers. Now, I just heard this referred to in a previous talk about the Vespers. But we are going to do it anyway. And I expect the singers in here to be able to sing it. Whoever else we have, I don't know about you. Anyway, okay, so let's see here. So let's do this. We're going to rise to the Scout Vespers and form your line up here. And anybody that doesn't know it can come up anyway. I ask that all Scouts come to the front for Vespers. Everyone please join us in it. The tune is "O Christmas Tree." Adam, he remembers. Okay, ready? Softly falls the light of day, as the campfire fades away. Silently each scout should ask, have I done my daily task? Have I kept my honor bright? Can I get the sleep tonight? Have I not and have I did everything to be prepared? I'm glad Adam came because for some of you, I know that I'll probably be the last time you'll ever want to do that. Okay, but it is very moving. Okay, you can sit down. Thank you, Ethan. You're doing what we just did. And you're coming up in a minute, right? All right, so now we're going to do the daiquiri and James. Come on up. I'm going to do the benediction and grace.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the food that we are about to eat. We thank you for allowing us to be here to witness this special award presentation.
We also thank you for allowing many friends and family who have come, who have so much influence on them to be here to share in this award. We again ask that you continue to bless our troop, the Boy Scouts of America, and our country. May each of us serve you in a way that is pleasing to you.
In God's
God's name, we pray. Amen. Everyone is invited to stay here to congratulate John and Peter and enjoy some refreshments. Color guard prepare to retire the colors. I now declare this court of honor closed. Retire the colors.
Thank you all for coming. That's it.